Caitlin Clark is more than a star, she's a leader, a fighter, and the heartbeat of the Indiana Fever. While sidelined with a quad injury, Clark didn't vanish. She didn't disappear from the spotlight. Instead, she embraced a different role: mentor, motivator, and sideline general. Her competitive fire didn't dim, it burned even brighter. Watching her teammates from the bench, she cheered every basket, called out plays, encouraged rookies, and reminded everyone what it means to be part of something bigger. 5 games without her was tough. The Fever went 2-3. The chemistry wavered. The offense lacked its rhythm. But the team never lost its identity, because Caitlin never let it. She remained locked in the film room, in team huddles, at every practice, focused on her return, but never distant from the present. Her rehab wasn't just physical. It was mental. It was emotional. She knew her body had to heal, but her team needed her spirit. Ice baths, strength work, flexibility drills, endless hours with trainers. Every rep, every treatment session, she gave it everything. Because that's who she is. Someone who doesn't back down. Someone who doesn't sit still when there's work to be done. She set a goal: get back stronger. Get back smarter. And most of all, get back in time to make a difference. And when she finally returned, against the undefeated Liberty, it wasn't just a comeback. It was a storm. She unleashed 32 points. Knocked down 7 threes. Crashed the boards. Dished out 9 assists. Played defense like she never missed a minute. But even more powerful than the stat line was her message: I never left. Caitlin Clark had been there all along. Leading, watching, preparing. Her presence off the court was just as impactful as her play on it. Teammates fed off her energy. Coaches trusted her voice. Fans stayed engaged because they knew, when Clark returned, everything would shift. And it did. Her injury was a setback, but never a stop sign. She turned recovery into fuel. Pain into purpose. The team now walks taller. Passes quicker. Defends harder. Because their engine is back. Clark's story isn't just about scoring. It's about sacrifice. It's about commitment to craft. Commitment to team. She's not just chasing numbers, she's chasing wins. Chasing greatness. In every timeout during her absence, she huddled her team with intensity. In every post-practice meeting, she delivered insights. She became the eyes of the floor from the bench. A coach in sneakers. Now, she's back in uniform. Back in command. And the league has been warned. The playoffs are in sight. The Fever are building. And Caitlin Clark is leading the charge. She has reignited the fight. Re-established belief. Every player in that locker room knows they've got a superstar who won't just play through pain, but will prepare like a champion. It's no wonder fans across the world adore her. She represents resilience. Her comeback wasn't loud, it was legendary. This wasn't just a game. It was a statement. Her voice echoed in the tunnel before tip-off: let's go make noise tonight. And they did. The Liberty, undefeated until then, couldn't handle the pressure. Clark's return flipped the momentum. The Fever found their rhythm. Their confidence. Their heartbeat. It wasn't just a game, it was a revival. Now, the league knows. Clark isn't just a name on a jersey. She's a culture. She's set a new standard for what it means to lead. To support. To return. She reminds every young athlete watching, injury isn't the end, it's the test. And she passed that test with fire in her eyes and a ball in her hands. Her comeback isn't over. It's just beginning. Because Caitlin Clark doesn't slow down. She accelerates. And now, with her back in the lineup, the Indiana Fever are no longer hopeful, they're dangerous. The rest of the WNBA better be ready. She's back. And she's coming for everything.